Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and I am the creator behind Lily Rose Craft Room. And if you're new here, welcome. If you're into Cricut crafts, sublimation, DTF printing, laser cutting and engraving, and 3D printing, you came to the right place. We do it all here. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure you're subscribed to my channel and tap the notifications bell so you guys don't miss on any new videos. For today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to create these super cute 3D Hello Kitty straw toppers. So if you guys haven't watched my complete beginner's guide on how to create 3D straw toppers, I'm gonna put the card up here so you guys can go check it out first before you watch this video. And I also want you guys to remember Hello Kitty Sanrio is copyright, so this is for educational purposes only. You guys do whatever you want with the information I give you, but if you guys are going to try to sell this, you guys do whatever at your own risk. Hello Kitty is copyright. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. All right, so let's start off getting our SVG design. I am using this website. It's called elmasvg.com. And this website has a bunch of like Sanrio stuff and Disney stuff like Winnie the Pooh, Stitch, and a lot of copyright stuff. I do warn you that if you are going to be selling like copyright straw toppers or whatever, just use precaution. You know, you're not supposed to do that. I'm just showing you guys how to make a straw topper for educational purposes. So you do whatever you want with that information. So for today, we are making a Hello Kitty one. So let me show you the one that I am going to be using. Let's go over to shop and we're going to go over to Valentine's Day. Okay, let me make myself smaller right here. Valentine's Day, this is the one I'm using. So I already purchased this one and they're a really good price. $1.99 for each one, and they do have like what do you call it, a deal? I think it's one of the deals. You could buy the entire store for $29 and you have lifetime access to all the files, current and upcoming. So I think that's a really good deal. But yeah, I'm not associated with this website. I just follow them on Instagram and I saw that they had a lot of cute designs. So I was like, ooh, let me check them out. All right, so like I said, I'm going to be using this one. I already paid for it. I downloaded it. Next, we're going to move on to Adobe Illustrator. We are going to go to New File. And then I'm just going to do a 3x3 inch canvas size. Okay, and then I have my blank canvas here. And then I'm going to go over to File and we're going to Place. And then we're going to look for our downloaded design. It was right here. And then we're going to bring it in as an SVG and we're going to place it. All right, here we have our Hello Kitty design. All right, so I'm going to get rid of these little hearts right here because I don't need them. I just want the center Hello Kitty. So to do that, when I click it, it highlights everything. So we are going to hit ungroup here at the bottom. And then we're gonna see if we click this heart right here, it still has other things highlighted like the bow and then the center heart and then the bottom of her bottoms. It's still merged as one image. So we're gonna go over here where it says quick actions and we're gonna hit release and that's going to separate them. So now if I click on it, it's just by itself and I'm just going to be deleting them as we go. So same with the black one too. If I click it, it highlights everything, all the stuff that is black. So again, I'm going to hit release and it's going to separate it. So I hit release and then we're just going to be, deleting it. Let's see, go back. Same with these little, the little white things too. Just release it. There we go. Delete it. Here we have delete, delete, delete. Here too. All right, so this is what we want to be working with. I'm going to highlight everything and we're going to duplicate this. So if I hit ALT and I just drag my mouse, it makes another one. Okay, so let's move it aside. So now we have two designs. So we are going to highlight one of them and we're going to go over to Pathfinder, and we're gonna weld everything together, and this is gonna be our base. So it turned out yellow for us. Right now, the color really doesn't matter. The color is gonna matter once we put it into our 3D printing software, our slicer, and that's where we change the color. So right now, the colors don't matter, but I'm just gonna put it as black for now. And then this one, I only want the colored parts. So I'm going to select the black, and it's going to highlight all the blacks, and we're going to hit delete, and it's gonna remove it. So this right here is what we want. All right, so we're gonna be saving these separately as just 2 SVGs, and then we're gonna be moving it into our Tinkercad. So this is gonna be our base, and this is gonna be our second layer. And I'm gonna bring this all as one layer, and we are gonna be changing the colors in the Bambu Lab app. So let's go on File. We're gonna make a new canvas, the same one, a 3x3. And right now, like I said, the sizing doesn't matter. We're going to be fixing the sizing in the Tinkercad app or in the Tinkercad website. So we're going to be highlighting all this. We're going to group this together. Group it, copy it, and then go over here, and we're going to be pasting it. So here's our design. Our background is white, so you can't see it unless you want to change the background color, but it doesn't matter. You know it's there. But to change the background color, you go on Document Setup, and we just change right here. Let's make this, let's make it gray. We hit OK, and then we're gonna simulate colored paper, and then we're gonna hit OK, and then zoom out and zoom back in, and it's there. So there we have our face, our Hello Kitty outline. We're going to click this one, and we're just going to delete it because we're going to be saving this one and this one. So we're going to go on File, and we're going to go to Save As, and we're going to save this as, we're going to put on my downloads. Let's make this an SVG, and let's put hello base. Okay, so this is going to be our base. Okay, and then go to our other one, and we're going to save it the same way. Save as, and then we're going to save it as an SVG inside our downloads. And then let's do this one, hello one. We're going to save it. All right, so next we're going to go over to our 3D designing software. It's called Tinkercad.com. So this software is completely free. You just have to make a login, and you can use it. It saves it for you. This is how you make your 3D STL projects. So we're going to go on Create, and we're going to select 3D Design. And then it's going to give us our canvas to work on. This is our work plane. So we're going to bring in our SVGs that we just separated in Adobe Illustrator. We're going to select Choose a File. And then we're going to bring in the base first. We're going to select Open, center on the art, scale it to 50%, and import it. Okay, now we have our base. And then let's bring in the other one. Again, we're going to select Import, choose your file. We're going to select the other one, and then Open, center it on the art. And then once again, you're going to bring them at 50%. It doesn't matter what scale you bring it in, as long as every layer that you bring in is the exact same size. So we're going to select Import, and it should put it right on top. All right, there we have it. So next what we want to do is we're going to scale it down to our topper size. I like to make my straw toppers like around the 42 millimeter size in height. So just around there, just play with the height, whatever you like, make it that way. So I'm going to make sure both of these are highlighted to bring it down. And I'm going to select Shift on my computer. That way it goes down in uniform. So I'm going to bring it down to around 42 millimeters. So let's see, 42.15, that's fine. So right here, 42 millimeters and 34.86 across. Now that we have it to our size, we're going to move it over. We're going to adjust the height of the straw topper, the thickness of it. So I like to keep it at 14 millimeters. So if you select the middle one, you can raise it up or down, or you could just type it in right here, 14, and that's going to give me 14 millimeters. So now that I have that one at the size that I want, you can use this cube right here to change the view. So now we need to bring our face up. So we're going to go over to the work plane tool, and we're going to hover over the top of it. And we're going to select our pink one with our mouse, and we're going to hit the letter D on our keyboard, and that's going to raise it up. So that's a letter D, not B. So the letter D will bring it up. So now that we have it floating here, we're going to make the bottom the work plane again. So we select that and we click the bottom, and that will bring it back. Okay, so now that we have this floating, we are going to bring this to the center. So we can zoom in, and we're going to hold it like this. We're gonna rotate it, and then we're just going to find the center. And if you notice, I have the top clicked, and it kind of like jumps a little bit, and sometimes it's hard to get it into the middle when it keeps jumping. So what I like to do is you go right here where it says snap grid, set to 1 millimeter. So it's going to be jumping 1 millimeter every time you move it. So if you turn it on to 5, it's going to skip a lot, and it's going to be hard to get it in the middle, you see? So what I like to do is I like to turn it off because I like to have full control of where I am putting it. So I always have that off. Okay, so now we are going to make sure our topper is in the middle, or the second layer is in the middle. So we're just going to rotate our cube and just look around and make sure it looks good. We need to bring it a little more to this side. I'm going to bring it a little bit more to the left. All right, that looks good to me. So now we have it centered. We're going to bring this layer, I like to keep it at 2 millimeters in height. So I bring that to 2, and just like that. So now I have my, like the base of it, and then that second layer. All right, so now we're ready to make our straw hole. So let's do that. We're gonna go over here to the basic shapes, and we're gonna select this one. It's the cylinder, and it's the one that's kind of see-through. So this is the one that you want. So we're gonna click it, and then we're going to click anywhere right here on our work plane. And then we are going to change the size. So for the Stanley size holes, I like to make it at 10 millimeters. So you're just gonna select right here this corner, and then you're gonna change it right here, 10 millimeters. And this one right here, 10 millimeters. So it's gonna be the 10 millimeter circle. And that's perfect for the Stanley straws. And if you wanted to make it the regular size straw, you can do it, well, I like to do it at 8 millimeters. So you would just change this to 8 millimeters. 8 millimeters. Just like that. And then you have a regular size straw topper for the regular size straw. So, but for this video, I'm going to make it the Stanley size. So we're going to do 10 millimeters. Okay. So now that we have our straw size hole, we're going to select this top center, and we're going to bring it all the way up. So we're going to just pretend this is a straw. And then we're going to rotate it. So right here, we're going to hover over these arrows, and we're going to bring it right here, 90 degrees. And then we're going to turn it right here at the bottom, another 90 degrees. Right there. So now we have it straight. So next we're going to click the top right here, and we're gonna be able to see it overhead. I like to center it this way instead of like centering it this way, because right here it looks like I have it over the top, but I don't. It's all the way over here. So when you're aligning your straw, make sure you're looking at the overhead. All right, so we have our straw all the way passing through, and that's how you want it. You want to make sure it's passing all the way through. So let's go back right here to this view, and you can see that our straw is floating. So make sure your straw is selected, and you're going to hit the letter D on your keyboard, and it's going to drop it down just like that. Okay. So the next step, we're going to make sure the base is highlighted and our straw is highlighted. And then we're going to go over to align right here. We're going to select that. And then we're going to select this align, and that's going to align it in the center. And then this one right here is going to bring it up to the center of the base. So now we have it centered right here. And you only want to make sure that the base and the straw are selected, because if I had this top one selected as well, and I try to align it, it's going to bring it down to the middle. It's in the middle somewhere. So we don't want to do that. So we're going to go back. So that's why your base and the straw are the only ones that you wanted to have highlighted. Okay. So now that we have our straw in there, next again, we're going to highlight our straw and our base, and we're going to select group. So when we do that, it's going to cut it right down in the middle. So there we have our straw topper. You see it's cut in the middle, and it looks good. And we have it our size that we wanted, so that's perfect. Okay. So next thing you want to do is change the your title. So it just throws you any random name. So you just click on it, and then we're gonna name this Hello Kitty topper. Okay, Hello Kitty topper. And then we're going to export it right here. Select export as an STL. And then there it saves it right here on your downloads. Next, I'm going to be using the Bambu Lab app because I have a Bambu printer. So this is what I use. I'm going to go on create new project. And then I'm going to select this box right here to add. And let's see where my thing is at. Right here. It saves it under downloads, and it's the Hello Kitty topper. We're going to open it. And bam, it's right there. So when you bring it in from Tinkercad, it just defaults it to whatever color you have on your filament lineup right here. I think it defaults it to like the first color that you have. So like I said, you change the color here instead of like changing the color on the Tinkercad app. It really doesn't matter, you know. Just save time. Do it all in one color in the Tinkercad app, because you're going to have to change it again here anyways. So that's what I do. So first I'm going to start off by putting the colors that I have in my filament or in my AMS. So I'm going to remove 2 of them because I only have 4. Okay, so let's see what I have. I have the hot pink or the light pink on this one. I have hot pink on number 2. I have the white on 3, and then this one on the 4, I have black. Okay, so I have a preset I named as toppers. So I played around with the speed because some of my toppers like didn't look right or whatever. I would play around with like the speed or change some, what else did I change? Like the surface patterns and stuff. There's different things that you can do to change so it can look better for you, but I can't tell you what to change because I feel like every printer is different. I just changed and adjusted what works best for me. So I will show you like things I did to change in a second, but for now we're going to paint it. Okay, so if we go right here, I have my topper. So I'm gonna change everything white for now. Okay, so just to make things easier, I'm gonna paint it what the base is. So right here, I'm gonna right click and we're gonna change the filament. We're gonna do it white. Okay, and then to change the color, we're going to go to this paint bucket here, and then we're gonna start changing the colors. So I like to use the fill or the height range, but for now we're gonna be using the fill. Okay, so let's start off with the hot pinks. So let's start coloring the bow. This is an ear. We're gonna start coloring the bow. You could zoom in and make sure you have every single corner. Make sure you can, you know, spin it around to make sure you have every single corner. Because you don't want to miss a corner because it's going to come out wrong. So flip it around, make sure you have like every single corner. And then this one was also hot pink. Okay, that's filled. Her bottoms were hot pink. And you just click away. So our AMS has 4 slots that you can put in 4 different colors of filament. But this topper has 5 different colors. So we have the white, we have hot pink, light pink, black, and yellow. So yellow's for the nose, but I am not going to make the nose yellow because I don't have enough room in my AMS. I could use the back of the AMS because you're able to put a 5th one in the back, but I'm not going to do that because I don't feel like doing that. So I'm just going to make the nose hot pink as well. You can also leave it white, and then I can go in with an acrylic marker or acrylic paint and just manually paint the nose. But I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to make it hot pink, and that's okay. So I try to keep it at a minimum of 4 colors because I don't want to put a spool in the back. So it's fine. I'm just going to do 4 colors. And we're going to move on to the light pink, which was the envelopes. Oops. The envelopes. And I did this earlier and I forgot to paint one side. And when you're printing multiple colors like this, it's going to take a while. I think it took like 2 hours to print because it kept switching. And I forgot to paint like one edge, and then it was a waste. I'll show you how it looks. Let me find it. So here's this one that I messed up earlier. I forgot to change white. I forgot to change it white to one of the parts right there. So when it came out like this, I was like, what did I do wrong? And I'll show you what I did. Hold on. Let me just finish coloring this. So I make sure you get every single color right, even like the one right here. Okay. Make sure you color it right. I also did it in a hurry. Like I just hurried up and did it because we were going somewhere. And so I thought I had everything colored. I almost missed one right here. I thought I had everything colored, but when I came back, I was like, what the? So make sure, take your time and color it right. Okay, so now I have that, and then we're gonna use a black one, and we're just gonna go over right here at the top and just click it, and then you have like a black outline. And then right here and right there, and then inside the nose is black. So if we zoom out, it looks good. So now we're just going to double check and make sure everything is colored. So this is what happened when I did the other one. That was black. And the insides of here were black. Like that. That was black right there, and that caused it to do this. So now I want to make sure that I do it right. So take your time, make sure everything is right, because like I said, it takes a couple hours printing it, and you don't want to waste your time. So everything looks good. Let me really double check. Everything looks good. Okay, and now we're ready to print. I want to know in the comments, are you guys following along? Is it pretty easy to learn? Because I know there is a lot of steps. I feel like it's pretty easy, but if it's difficult for you, please let me know, so I can maybe slow down and explain things a little bit better. But please let me know how you're following along in the comments. We're gonna select the paint bucket, and here it is. Here is our topper. And for this video, we're only gonna make one size, but if you wanna make another size, you can do so. Okay, so we have it right here. I don't use supports for the toppers. You can if you want to, but I have printed with or without, and to be honest, it doesn't really make a difference for me. So I just leave it out. I don't need it. So if you go right here to slice plate, this is where I would play around with the settings. So this right here is going to take 2 hours and 20 minutes. Since it's printing by layer, every time it goes to a different color, it's going to flush it out through the back of the printer. So if you're making, if you're going to sell these, print multiple at a time. That way you don't waste much filament. So if your toppers are not coming out nicely, I suggest maybe playing around with the speed. So if you go right here where it says color scheme, or next to it, you're able to see the speed, and you can use this bar right here to see like the progress of it. So I already changed my settings, and I think I slowed the top down. So if yours is not coming out like nice, you should change the settings. So in order to know what to change, because I know there's a lot of like different stuff here, what I do is I see what the speed is, and then I go to line type. So then I can see what I need to change. So this is the top. And then to find out which one this one is over here, I find out which line type it is. So in order to do that, I would think it's this color. So I would go like this. It didn't go away. So maybe it's a top surface. So I click that off, and then I see that the top surface like went away. So then I will look for top surface over here. You go on speed and then find top surface. So I have that at 57 millimeters a second. And if you go right here, speed, it's slow. And yeah, I don't know what else I changed, but I can't really tell you much about like the slicer, because I don't know what every single thing means. But I just know that I mess with the settings enough to make my toppers look good. Now we're going to hit print plate. We're going to make sure all our filament is matching these colors here at the top. And we're just going to hit send, and we are going to create a Hello Kitty straw topper. So let me show you how it looks at the end. All right, here is the finished look on the straw toppers, and it came out gorgeous and it's perfect. So everything is colored nice and perfect. We have the nice little outline right here of the black, and it looks super legit and super cool. So remember, if you wanted to keep the nose yellow, but the pink one looks super cool anyways. But if you wanted to put it yellow, I suggest leaving the nose white, and then you can go in with an acrylic paint and just color it and you know, touch it up with a little dot of yellow. But to be honest, the white or the pink looks super cute. And this is the size that I have for the Stanley toppers. It's a 10 millimeters and it just sits perfectly. So it doesn't like slide all the way down, but it's not too tight that it's scratching your straw. The 10 millimeters is perfect, a perfect size hole. And I also wanted to show you that the one I messed up on is this one. So you can see that the color like bled up here, and that's only because I forgot to color like under the chin. I forgot to change that white. So it did it as black. Same with in here, I forgot to put that white and it did it as black. So when you're painting, make sure that you have all the colors adjusted how you want them to be, or else you're gonna have a little oopsie like I did. But here is how it looks. Let me know what you guys think. All right, that is it for today's video. If you guys are watching this video and you don't have a 3D printer yet, but you're thinking of getting one, the one I have and recommend, because it's super easy to use, is the Bambu Lab X1 Carbon, and it's the combo with the AMS system on top. So if you guys are thinking of purchasing one, I do have an affiliate link. I'm going to link it down below. And when you purchase through my affiliate links, it gives me a small commission. And that's a way of supporting my channel. I really appreciate when you guys use my links, and it helps me to continue to make these videos for you guys. So if you guys watched until the end, thank you guys so much. Show me by putting heart emojis down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It all helps my channel grow. I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.